Vice President,
let's get it together.
Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for your time today. Our audience appreciates your time as well.
Of course.
As you know, we're sitting here in a state and arguably in front of an audience that 54 days from now could decide the outcome of this presidential election.
Yeah.
You hear it more than I do. People want to know more about you and about your specific plans. At the debate the other night, you talked about creating an opportunity economy.
Mhm.
I wonder if we can drill down on that a little bit. When we talk about bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people, what are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
Specific now.
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very
We've heard this.
She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager.
Pause it, Kane. It's too early to pause it. Pause it, sir.
Hardworking people.
I mean, look.
Construction workers and nurses.
People.
I need specifics. I need specifics. And she going.
People, I don't want to get on Kane's side. But look, we did see the debate that they had. The same script. That's what she's saying right now. You don't have to continue to say that. Not every, because she's not doing a lot of interviews. So it's almost so good to see her doing at least one, but don't start with the same thing that you done already said. But I don't want to I'm not a Canaanite, but let's be fair. That's all I want, is be fair about it. Say something different.
And quit wasting time. Quit wasting time and do all this word salad about nothing and just get to the point. But we'll listen to her story about her mama. Her mama was middle class and had her own business. Maybe we'll hear that again.
Let's go.
But okay, let's just hear it.
Teachers, and I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience. But a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in creating opportunity for people, for example, to start a small business. My mother, worked long hours, and our neighbor helped raise us. We used to call her, I still call her, our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small business owners. I learned who they are from my childhood, and she was a community leader. She hired locally. She mentored. Our small businesses are so much part of the fabric of
Hold
our
on,
communities,
let her
not to
talk.
mention,
I know we
really,
heard
I
it
think,
before.
the backbone of America's economy. So my opportunity economy plan includes giving startups a $50,000 tax deduction to start their small business. It used to be $5,000. Nobody can start a small business with $5,000. But investing in
You ain't got
people's
the
innovative
either.
ideas and giving them the ability to go for it.
Deductions.
Opportunity economy means, look, we don't have
when
a
you do your
housing
taxes,
anymore.
man.
We have a housing supply shortage. And what that means, in particular for so many
I
younger
know I heard this
Americans,
before, but it sounds
the
better right
American
now.
dream is elusive. It's just actually not attainable. So part of my plan is to work with the private sector and housing developers to give them a tax credit, to be able to partner with us as the government to build, and my goal is 3 million new homes by the end of my first term. In addition, to help people who just want to get their foot in the door.
That's big. 3 million homes by the end of her first term. How are they going to do that? I mean, I would love to know.
I don't think there's a housing shortage.
Affordable housing.
I think
that's maybe she's.
Keep going. The interest rates.
I know,
bro.
That's just crazy.
That's what makes it affordable.
It's crazy.
The interest rates.
It's crazy.
You can build all them 3 million houses, but if the interest rate's still high, who gonna live in them?
And Kane, I'm glad you stopped it right here, because are we talking about what she says it's going to be along with the government? So are these government housing, let's say, are we talking about more type Section 8, or now we're going to raise the cap on how much you make so we can put maybe some people that's middle class in these type homes? What is now? This is a big opportunity for her to explain what she's talking about. We would like to.
That's why he said.
Yeah, we would like to see some of the blueprints
story
on this right here. I'm interested to hear.
It's not on the website. I already checked. Y'all can go check too. I wish y'all would go check these websites too, because it has the plan, her plan. So you can't just throw up little wishes and think that everything is going to work out. You got to have a plan. an objective. Guarantee, yeah, you said 3 million. How you gonna do it? And what makes them affordable?
If they're
everything is still
subsidizing
high,
something, if they pay,
who's
I don't
buying
know.
it? So you're saying government is buying all these
Well, she
houses?
said
They
with
all
the
gonna be
government,
government.
with the private sector, so they're gonna play a part in this. We'll have
Well,
to
that's
see.
contract.
Yes.
So now they're gonna have
Yeah.
contractors. These gonna be these multi-million-dollar contractors to be able to do
Yeah,
this,
but
right?
hopefully,
She wants to take their money. She wants to tax them
well,
heavily.
Kane, hopefully, and I don't know. I
Come
don't,
on now.
since you said her plan or anything is not on the website, but hopefully she's gonna create these opportunity zones and having the private sector that'll be along with small business owners that can help build these things. That's infusing some jobs into this too. So that's a
I
good
get
thing.
all that. I get that. I get that. The jobs are
Yeah,
already
yeah.
there. The thing is, we can't afford the houses. Yes, you may give them a credit, a tax
Mhm.
credit, or some type of stipend for the businesses, the small businesses, so they can build these houses. But can the average person live
Ooh,
in them? Can they afford them?
that'll be them. Yeah, that'll be a question right there.
So if it's a $200,000
Hmm.
house and the interest rate is 7%, they probably couldn't afford it. But if the interest rate is as low as 2%, of
Oh
course they can
yes,
afford
come
it.
on, refinance. Let's go.
Of course they can.
Let's go.
Yes. You drop that, I can guarantee you're gonna see a lot of real estate that's
Oh
being
yes,
purchased.
come on.
A lot. There a lot of real estate that's been purchased and a lot of houses being sold.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. That's what'll happen. But I
Let's
mean,
check.
well,
Yeah,
let's
let's
listen
check it out.
to the specifics. Maybe we're jumping the gun. Maybe she's gonna give us specifics. I'm still waiting on that.
Literally. And so giving first time home buyers a $25,000 down payment assistance to be able to just get in the door, and then they will do the work that they need to do.
You can't get in the door
She said,
with high interest rates.
"Well,
I give me 25. Give me 20. If it's
oh,
200 and you gave me 25, now it's 175, but it's 7% interest. I'm in the door.
you be in the door. That didn't help. I know what you're saying. You need to stop. Let's see. Hey, let's see. Let's see. Let's
I'm
see what
just
she
saying,
says. Golly.
drop the interest rate. You drop that, then they can afford the 200 without your
Yes,
help.
without the assistance.
Yes.
To save and to pay that mortgage and to build wealth for themselves and their family. These are some examples of what I mean when I talk about an opportunity economy, and a lot of it has to do with just the community I was raised in and the people that I admired, who work hard, and deserve to have,
Did you answer the question?
their dreams fulfilled because they're prepared to work
You're
for
wrapping
it.
up now.
You talked at the debate and at previous appearances about turning the page on the past. And in fact, here today in Johnstown, you're talking about a new way forward.
Yeah.
I think some people have a question, given maybe your current role as Vice President of the United States, how different you are from Joe Biden. And so I wonder if there are one or two spots, policy areas or approaches where you would say, I'm a different person.
Well, I'm obviously not Joe Biden.
That's a good,
And,
fair question.
I offer a new generation of leadership. And so, for example, thinking about developing and creating an opportunity economy where it's about investing in areas that really need a lot of work. And maybe focusing on, again, the aspirations and the dreams, but also just recognizing that at this moment in time, some of the stuff we could take for granted years ago, we can't take for granted anymore. For example, another plan that I have that is a new approach is to expand the child tax credit to $6,000 for young families for the first year of their child's life, because that is obviously a very critical stage of development of a child. And a lot of young parents need the help to buy a car seat or a crib or clothes for their kids. And so
the 6,000 is for people that want a newborn. That's it. And you get it when you do your taxes. You get it when you do your taxes. Anybody born in 2024 will get it in 2025.
Right.
For that newborn. Is it that many people in America that's the middle class that's having newborns?
Well, people having babies all the time, but there's so many
Congregation.
that's not even going to qualify for that.
So she didn't say that you have to make a certain amount of money to be in this category. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a limit. You can't be making $1 million and get to 6,000.
Yeah. As well.
So it's gonna be a certain threshold. But do you know what that is? No, we don't know. We want specifics. Why didn't she just say if you're in a family that's making less than $80,000 a year, you'll get $6,000 for each newborn child? That's specific, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's specific. So why wouldn't she say that versus just throw it out there? Because guarantee it ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. Keep it going.
My approach is about new ideas, new policies that are directed at the current moment. And also, to be very honest with you, my focus is very much in what we need to do over the next 10, 20 years to catch up to the 21st century around, again, capacity, but also challenges.
What?
Crime and public safety are two major issues right at the forefront of voters' minds.
That let me
in
down
Philadelphia
a little bit,
as well, where crime is a significant issue. When we talk about crime, the conversation turns to gun safety as well. And I think you actually probably caught a lot of people off guard, maybe a bit by surprise in the debate the other night when you mentioned that you are a gun owner. I know you said it in 2019 as well. I want to talk about your values on this issue. When it comes to gun ownership, where do you draw the line in America on gun ownership and gun use?
Well, like you said, Brian, I am a gun owner, and Tim Walz, my running mate, is also a gun owner. We're not taking anybody's guns away. I support the Second Amendment, and I support reasonable gun safety laws. Part of my approach to this is I was a career prosecutor for most of my career. I have personally prosecuted homicide cases. I have personally looked at autopsies.
Come on.
Let her
I
cook.
have personally
Hold on.
seen what assault weapons do to the human body.
Stuff.
And so I feel very strongly that it is consistent with the Second Amendment and your right to own a gun to also say we need an assault weapons ban. They're literally tools of war. They were literally designed to kill a lot of human beings quickly. I say we need universal background checks. The majority of NRA members support that. Why? Because it's just reasonable.
What's up?
Right there. What are your thoughts on banning assault rifles and universal background checks?
Well, as far as banning assault rifle, I want to get mine before they ban them. I mean,
you'll probably buy back. You'll have to buy it back. You have to buy it back. They'll buy it from you. They'll give you the money, what it's worth, and then you got to give it up.
Plus some more. No. Or whatever.
That's what it is. Whatever it is. If you got optics and you got all that, they'll buy it back.
I'm not for that.
That's what buyback is. She for buyback.
I'm not for the assault weapons ban, man. I'm not. I'm just not. Okay, now automatic weapons, which are not allowed right now unless you have certain licenses. That's it. But as far as the AR-15s, whatever you want to call, no, I'm not for that ban. I'm not for it. Okay, so that's just where I stand with it. I believe in the Second Amendment, just like she says she does. And I was happy and I was surprised, when she was in the debate and she said no, because I think it was a lost opportunity. Now I'm going with the Republicans on this, saying that the Democrats want to take your weapons. They want to take your guns. No, they don't. They don't want a whole.
Well, they want the buyback. That's taking your guns.
Yeah, the buyback. Well, see, still, we're not going to play on words. We're not going to play on words.
We're just talking about
they don't want, but he said they want to take your weapons. If you're saying, okay, we're going to take
they want to take
all the AR-15s, or pretty much that's what they are. Assault rifles.
Any type of semi-automatic assault rifle.
Those that they sell different, but
Yeah.
They haven't said that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna enact in law.
They have said that.
They keep
They
pushing. It
have
still
said
have
she
to be
has said that
voted
in the
on,
past.
though. It has to be voted on.
Yeah.
That has never passed. I just don't think it'll pass, though, Kane. Do you think they actually pass that, though? Or is she gonna do a
It depends
presidential?
on the
I don't think she
majority.
could do a president
It depends on the majority. Who's in the majority in the
unless the
House and the Senate.
Democrats take over the House and the Senate. That'll never pass.
Yeah.
No way. So I don't want to argue about
Yeah.
or even have the American people argue about that point right there. They're not coming into your house. They're not taking the assault rifle. They're not doing that or whatever. So that's where I stand. Are you for any of it? Do you think they should have it still or allow? What is your?
What, a ban?
Yes.
You talking about a ban on
Yeah.
assault rights?
Okay.
No. So the thing is, and a lot of people don't want to realize that it's not the actual weapon; it's the individual. There's plenty of them in the warehouse. Are they getting up shooting everybody?
No.
All those ARs that are in the warehouse that's being made today,
No.
are they getting up
Come
shooting
on.
anybody? No. So that's why I say it's all about the mental. Now, the universal background checks, I know why they say universal, because not every state is the same
Right.
way or whatever. Some states do it, some don't, whatever, right? I get that. Just make it universal. Like one set
We'll take
thing,
all
they
of
look
it.
it
Yeah.
up, see if you're good. Yeah, I get it. And then probably be a little bit more specific on those who are, and I know that a lot of people may, have some opinion about red flags. Well, what's a red flag, and who can put you on a red flag? Can anybody put you on a red flag? And if they do, then they control you. Like, oh yeah, you did this, now you a red flag. Well, who to say I'm a red flag? That I can't have a weapon now. Now I can't protect myself. You see what I'm saying?
Hey everybody, Kane has admitted to me. We just paused for a second. He was having a nervous breakdown. He now supports the presidential candidate Kamala Harris. About hey, let's go.
In the comments, y'all put it down if y'all think he's telling the truth or not.
All right.
I might be leaning over there.
Okay, that's different.
yeah, that's different. If you believe,
but Kane,
I don't know.
On the serious notes, I don't want the assault weapons ban because heaven forbid something happens within these United States where it's every man, woman, and child for themselves, and you have to protect yourself. You never know what happens. So the Second Amendment, we have rights to bear arms against tyranny from the government. Not saying it's the government, but if something happens, I want to be able to have enough weaponry to protect mine and my family. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not ever for that type of ban. No.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, guaranteed. They want to dictate what type of weapon you can have. So that means, smaller caliber. Then, once they get that, they can start banning other things. It's like, well, we don't do 9s.
Oh, that'll be
All,
so. Come
all
on,
citizens, all citizens can have 22s.
22
handheld. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that opens the door? Once we can ban a certain one, we can ban certain, other things too as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or we say if you need some protection, you only can use non-lethal rubber bullets.
Right. If I listen to him, well, we never want you to be in office. I mean, can't have you messed up. Bird shot.
I was just saying. They say, yeah, you can use a taser and rubber bullets. That's all you can do.
No.
Then you'd be like, man, we used to have guns.
You might want to know before someone can buy a lethal weapon, if they've been found by a court to be a danger to themselves or others. You just might want to know.
2 final questions, if I might.
Sure.
On the appeal of the man you were running against, as you drove here today, you likely saw a lot of Trump signs. Mm-hmm. He has an historic appeal in this country. And as you are someone running against him and trying to understand that, I wonder how you distill it. What do you understand his appeal to be? And how do you speak to his voters, or maybe people who just share his values but are open to something else?
No, they not.
I, based on
Another good question.
experience and a lived experience, no. In my heart, I know. In my soul, I know that the vast majority of us as Americans have so much more in common than what separates us. And I also believe that I am accurate in knowing that most Americans want a leader who brings us together as Americans, and not someone who professes to be a leader who is trying to have us point our fingers at each other. I think people are exhausted with that approach, to be honest with you. I think people want a leader who has common sense and tries to find common ground. I'm supported by over 200 Republicans who worked for both Presidents Bush, John McCain, and Mitt Romney. I'm supported by the former Vice President Dick Cheney, former Congress member Liz Cheney. And I think people are more willing now, in light of the hate and division that we see coming out of Donald Trump, to say, hey, let's
I gotta stop
Well,
right
look.
now. Only because during the debate, she said Trump had all this pull to stop the border.
That bill, yes,
The border bill.
Uh-huh.
But now she's saying I got 200 and some Republicans on my side. All of a sudden, now you got people on your side, but you couldn't stop somebody that's on the outside telling your people to stop.
That's true. Look,
see, watch what you're saying, Kamala. Watch what you're saying.
As you stopped at a good time, because I was writing down like Dick Cheney. She mentioned John McCain. Was it Liz Cheney? Mitt Romney. You're talking about Republicans now. Part of the old guard that's not so. I would say maybe influential in the new Republican Party right now, because they don't get the same type. McCain is gone. And the people that share his views, they will be quiet right now. They can get voted out at any time. Going against Trump could be the end of your career. Liz Cheney, they don't like her in the Republican Party. So you're mentioning people that don't have a big base like they used to have. So to me, that's just irrelevant. I know, but
she said they're following her. So those are the same people that voted on the border bill.
Yeah, but that might be with her, possibly, but they don't have the type of following in their own party right now. That's all I'm saying.
People voted. I think people voted with how they felt about the bill, even though some parts were good, but most parts were not. So go back to the table and put something else on the table. That's why they declined that versus hearing anybody else's position on it. Forget the re-election. Forget all that other mess.
No, I'm gonna go against you.
If you don't stand for what is right, then yeah, you're gonna definitely fall for all this other mess that's wrong.
I hear you and I believe you.
So you have to stand for it. So if you're saying they're not standing for it, all they're doing are being puppets by one person, that's exactly what you're saying. All these government, Congress officials are puppets of Trump.
I won't say
that's what you're saying.
I'm not saying all of them, but I will say this right here: if the former President Trump gets into office, he and the House or the Senate will have to change, as far as a Democratic Republican ratio, so he can get the majority.
They don't have to.
It might.
It's all about how the public
yes,
votes.
but if they
don't have to change,
look,
brother.
I know, but that's if they're gonna come across the aisle and be like, okay, I can support this. This is fair for both parties. Okay, you covered a little bit of what I was asking for. So if they're gonna be that bipartisanship, if not, then if he have control of both houses, then they should be able to pass everything that they want to pass as far as the wall. Now is no holdups, because at one point he did have the House and the Senate. I think one point in his presidency he did have it, but they just didn't go forth.
Same thing with them.
Oh yeah, that happens. Yes, you're right on that.
They had the same thing. So I don't want to hear
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm just saying
I
how it
don't wanna hear
is though.
excuses. Just giving them excuses.
No, I
Giving
don't
them
want to give
excuses.
excuses.
Man,
Let's see what the rest she got to say.
She got pulled, but she don't got
Mhm.
pulled now. How you gonna change the script now?
Put country first. And I think that just makes us stronger and more healthy as a country. To say, look, we can all debate our differences around, various policies, but let's stop with the division. Like, enough of that. Let's bring everybody together.
And finally, as you introduce yourself to America in a new way, they've heard much of your story at the Democratic National Convention in
Who
that
hasn't?
debate earlier this week. If there's one thing that you wish Americans knew about who Kamala Harris is that you don't think they know yet, what would that be?
I don't
It's a
know.
feel
I
good
mean,
question.
probably
I didn't
it's
go
not
over
very
that.
different
I
from
didn't go over
anybody
that.
watching right now. I love my family. One of my favorite things that I lately have not been able to do is Sunday family dinner. I love to cook. I have incredible friends. My best friend from kindergarten is still my best friend.
Really?
I think that I have a career that really, and I said it the other day, as a career
I get
prosecutor,
around.
I never
Kane?
asked a victim of crime were they a Republican or a Democrat. The only thing I ever asked them
I'm
is,
free.
"Are you okay?" And I think that's the approach that most Americans want, regardless of who they voted for in the last election, in terms
Tell
of
us about Willie.
turning the page and charting the way forward.
I imagine you're looking forward to cooking Sunday dinner again.
I am looking forward. Yes, I am looking forward to cooking. With the whole family gets involved, the kids each have their role. Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful family.
All right.
And we
All right.
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
We'll just have to see a little bit more of those. I mean, and congregation.
Well, time is ticking.
It is ticking, and they'll have to update the website. You say you've been to it. They don't have much
updated.
Yeah, just to put more facts on what they want to do. I think it's an uphill battle. I still think her strategy, or the Democratic strategist, whoever her strategist is doing a good job for her party, because she's still in a close race. The race is still close.
I don't know. I don't believe that.
I'm saying, I do believe it. I'm just saying, for their
why do you
strategy,
believe that?
Because
tell me why do you believe that she's ahead?
I didn't say she was ahead. I said it's a close race still.
Okay, so why do you think that she's close?
Just from going from the CNN polls, even Fox News polls, everybody is polling saying that it is a close.
So that's what it is. The media is telling you
it's not
this.
a big gap.
The media is telling you
it's not a big gap.
So that's what I'm saying. But where I'm getting at, this is what I'm getting at when I say the media, and you're talking about, and you're just regurgitating what you've seen on CNN
all the news outlets,
and whatever. You're regurgitating that mess. That doesn't mean anything. Same thing happened with Hillary and Trump.
Right.
Same
it
thing.
Wasn't a close race.
Everybody's like, oh, it's like there's no way he can win. Oh man, even on the day, even on election day, there's no way that he can win. Everybody went to sleep and woke up.
Yeah.
When they counted the votes on the West Coast. Huh?
And
see what I'm saying? So that's why I know that a lot of times these news media outlets will tell you anything to make you think that your candidate is looking good.
Okay, and I stopped talking.
Especially when you have a Democratic news media, a liberal news media.
Well, Fox is neither.
The majority of them are.
But Fox is neither of the two.
Yeah,
you're right. Everything that you said.
Yeah, but that's one.
You're right.
That's one, bro.
Right. Well, hold on.
You're gonna bring up 1 out of 50?
Can you time out?
Out of 50 doggone news.
Hey, congregation, you see what I got to deal with. You see what I got to deal with today, okay? But look on this right here, Kane. This is what I'll say.
You're gonna bring up
No. All I'm saying is, I always say I like to watch all of the news media. So I like to see everybody, see what they say. Yes, you are correct. Most of them are
Think about
Democratic.
Think about what you're watching.
Most of them are Democratic, and But
right
look,
then.
look.
You're not
But
seeing a
look,
difference.
and I will believe this. You don't have to. That the race is fairly close. Trump's ahead a little bit, but I'm so surprised how close it is when she does not go and do interviews. And we was witness to what we just saw. She said the same old thing, but it's fairly close. The thing about when Trump and Hillary was together, when they was doing their thing, Hillary was supposed to win. She was projected to win, but did not. It wasn't even fairly close. This one is projected to be fairly close. So that's what I'm saying. So whatever she has to do and whatever President Trump has to do, her strategy right now, whoever's telling her what to do, to me, is working because she's still fairly close. She can't fumble the bag if she go do a bunch of.
How do you know that what she's doing is working?
Because she's still getting a bunch of.
Because
Yeah,
the liberal news media is telling you that it's close.
Look at
right?
It's only one other. I don't know about Al Jazeera.
Ain't but one.
Al Jazeera.
But I'm just talking about all of them.
Yeah.
Man.
But I mean, you look at Fox News and then you look at
them.
Al Jazeera. They do their commentary. If you like even looking at them, some people don't. But we'll say that it's still fairly close. So,
do you know how to get that information?
Just polling.
Text messages.
Okay, poll.
Calling people and sending text messages to people. Some people answer them, some people don't.
Right.
Some people think that it's a scam and don't want to click on the link. Some people don't.
Right, Kane. But we can only speculate. But you can only speculate. You don't have to believe anything.
That's why I don't even look at it. That's why I don't believe
some
none
people
of it.
don't.
I don't believe none
some
of that.
People don't.
I don't believe in none of it because it can be
Oh
biased.
yeah, 100%.
You can send it to all those polls to Democratic-led states,
right?
And then you're gonna get the same. You're gonna get the same answer.
He's
right?
still leading, but it's not by much. So they will say. That's why I say, for me, I just believe that it's a close race. It shouldn't be close, but it's a close race. So if it's not breaking down, if it's not 10, 12 point lead at things, continue to do what you're doing as far as the Democratic side of the house. And then you're going to have to do something big to convert these other fans. What she just stated, talking about, she did a horrible job, by the way, saying if you could bring any Trump fans over to her side, that's almost impossible. Some will jump ship, but we know how loyal President Trump's fans are to him. And they're not, loyal fans, loyal supporters to jump ship, So they both have some work to do, man. They both have some work to do. That's all I will say. What's up? Look how you do me. Do you know what? Hey, I don't like.
I let you go.
They have some work to do. That's all I'm saying. But I'm fair. I know. I will call both of them out.
It's not fair. Well, if you're going to be fair, then I wouldn't listen to those news medias.
No. Well, that's you. I could
say that's what I'm saying. Like if you listen to those news media sources, and majority of them, like I said, are liberal.
They are.
Then your vision of it will be skewed.
It could be.
But if you just follow them or the candidate that you like, then you can kind of see the momentum and things that are going on.
Well, Kane,
right?
I'll ask you this. With that being said, do you think that it's a momentum shift? Who do you think is in front right now as far as leading?
I just think that a lot of people like Trump for obvious reasons. I think the other people just don't like Trump for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why they're picking her. Because remember, they did not select her.
Right.
So she's not doing well. Her campaign manager, she didn't even get selected. She was just appointed.
Okay.
Didn't nobody even vote
for
her.
To me, that's still a talking point that everybody's using. It's true. It's true, though. It's true.
Yeah,
but we're past that. We're past that, though.
No, I get that. So why do you think that she has a momentum when nobody even wanted her?
Well, they just done get that. Everybody done
They
dug.
just want to vote
Yeah, they
against her.
didn't dug
Like I
their
said, they just want to vote
shoes or
against her.
boots in the ground, and they're ready. They're doing it. You know, she's still getting money donated to her campaign.
I can care less
I'm
about the
just
money.
saying that helps out with what she's
I
trying to
care less
do.
about the money. It's just, all it is just to sit around and do these
Yes,
commercials
man.
and not talking to the people. So are we that ignorant?
Okay.
Congregation, join in. Are we that ignorant that we can't see that she is avoiding interviews, avoiding live anything? Right? Why is she avoiding these
Obviously,
things?
we are. Obviously, we are. And I'm talking about the
Yes,
people.
I think we
Come
are.
on now.
I think we're ignorant, and we're just falling for her and her to keep saying this. She's a middle class, came from a middle class family, and giving
Don't
6,000
repeat
to
it.
newborns. I mean, it's the same stuff, y'all. Come on, y'all gotta be fair and
Yeah,
say that all you hearing is the same exact
it's true.
thing. Yeah. So that's where I need people to. I mean, if you're gonna follow Kamala, go ahead. By all means, do
Yeah.
your thing. If you're gonna vote for it, vote for her. But be informed as you do it. Don't do it because of skin tone. Don't do it because she is a Democrat. Do it because you have read into her ideology and her policy, and you really agree with it. That's when you vote for her versus just telling you the same old
She your
story.
sorority sister?
You know,
You gonna vote for her because of that? Hey, we know a lot of people gonna do that.
Hey, and that's what the old girl from the
Come
debate,
on.
the black girl that was on the debate,
Mhm.
that was her sorority sister.
Mm.
Hook up.
Let's go.
She knows the doggone friend. She's best friends with the CEO, the owner of ABC. Hook up. Looking down at her
Oh,
cell
stop.
phone while he
All
was
right, hey
talking.
people, we finna shut it down.
Hook
We finna
up.
shut it down. Like, comment,
It's all
subscribe.
good. Hey,
Hit the like.
in the comments, man, let us know what y'all think, man. I know
He
I'd be
was about to
going, man,
start
but
cooking,
man, just
y'all.
let us
Come
know.
on. It got a little hot. Hold up.
Hey, look, and that's the uncomfortable truth. Hey,
Let's
baby.
go. Do something.